colleagues and dear students. A very good morning and a heartfelt welcome to you all. With the blessings of our Honorable Founder President Sir, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, our Honorable Chancellor Sir, Dr. Atul Chauhan, our Senior Vice President Sir, Shri U. Ramachandran, our Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, Dr. Ashok K. Srivastava, our respected Registrar Ma'am, Dr. Amrita Saha, our respected Dean of Academics Sir, Dr. Ankur Kumar Ganguly, and our respected Dean of International Relations and the Amity Schools of Education, Hospitality, and Travel and Tourism, Dr. Shauli Mukherjee Ma'am. It is my privilege to welcome you to this online guest lecture organized in observance of Global Tourism Resilience Day 2026. The day is not merely a commemorative marker in the academic calendar, it is a reminder of our collective responsibility to build tourism systems that are sustainable, inclusive, and adaptive, and ethically grounded in an ever-changing world. And today's theme, professional identity and self-branding in tourism, from classroom to industry to public presence, could not be more timely. In a sector as visible and experiential as tourism, who we are professionally is not limited to our degrees, designations, or job titles. It extends to our voice, our credibility, our values, and the way we position ourselves across academic, industry, and other public domains. Professional identity in tourism demands resilience, authenticity, digital presence, interdisciplinary competence, and ethical consciousness. It is no longer simply enough to participate in the industry. We must also learn to meaningfully represent ourselves within it. So today I encourage all our participants, our students, to engage actively and use this session as an opportunity to think deeply about your own evolving professional identity. Because when we talk of tourism resilience, it begins not only at the destination and policy levels, but also within individuals who choose to represent the field with integrity, clarity, and vision. And today we are deeply honored to have with us Dr. Vanessa Gowreesunkar, Associate Professor at the Indian Institute of Management, Sirmaur. A distinguished scholar and a global academic leader, Dr. Gowreesunkar, the citizen of the island of Mauritius, embodies the very theme she will speak upon today. With a PhD that integrates tourism management, communication, and marketing, Dr. Vanessa's work represents the power of interdisciplinary engagement in shaping contemporary tourism scholarship. Her leadership as the Vice President of the International Tourism Studies Association, Associate Editor of the International Journal of Tourism Cities, and Assistant Editor at Tourism Review speaks to her strong international academic presence. Beyond academia, her contributions to sustainability policy advocacy, including roles with the African Union and as president of the African Network for Policy, Research and Advocacy for Sustainability, demonstrate how tourism scholarship can meaningfully intersect with governance and global development agendas. Her work in promoting women empowerment through international platforms further reflects the values of inclusion and transformative leadership. Dr. Gayatri's journey from classroom to global academic platforms exemplifies how professional identity in tourism is consciously built, strategically nurtured, and ethically sustained. We are truly grateful, ma'am, for taking the time to share your insights with our students and faculty. And with immense gratitude and anticipation, I once again extend a warm welcome to Dr. Vanessa G. Gowreesunkar and to all our participants. Over to you, Dr. Vanessa, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's a real pleasure to see you students. I don't know how many students we have, but let me tell you that, yeah, I can see we have got 34 students with me and other people as well, 34 participants. Let me first tell you that, do you know how lucky we are that we are in the tourism industry? We are really very lucky. We are in the leisure industry. We are in the entertainment industry. We are the only industry where we have relaxation. Whereas if you're going to choose some subjects like mathematics, like accounts, it's quite boring, because it's lots of stress. In our industry, it's different. We have got our stress, which we will have to manage, of course, but at the same time, it's all about entertainment. It's about, something very relaxing. Let me tell you something. At the very beginning, I never chose tourism as a subject. I would say that tourism maybe chose me because I was in Mauritius and I'm just talking in general, and then we will go to the branding thing and professionalism in tourism industry. So I was in Mauritius and I was a student, like a normal student like you, and tourism was never something which I wanted to even think about. I'm talking about Mauritius. I'm talking about maybe 15 years ago. So what happened? One day, as I was feeling very stressed because there was lots of work, I was in accountancy department. I came across a magazine, and in the magazine, it was showing to me a hotel, and you could see, all the nice things in the hotel. Then, when I saw that, I had a great feeling. I said, "Wow!" So, hotel, it's about pleasure, it's about entertainment, it's anti-stress. Sometimes it's good to do a studies in tourism and hospitality also. So, at that moment, I said, "Let me try." And from that time, when I tried, till today, I think I do not regret my decision at all. Of course, in India, it's a bit different. I can see that in India, being in the tourism industry is a confusion for most people because they do not have a knowledge about what is tourism and hospitality. Especially in conservative families, we have the tendency to think that when we talk about tourism, it's about working in hotels, which is not true. The tourism industry is a vast industry, as you all know. And in tourism, to be able to do a tourism business, we need to have accommodation, we need to have lodging, we need accommodation, lodging is the same, we need to have transportation, we can do teaching, we can work with airline, we can work in travel agency, we can be an entrepreneur. So it's a big beautiful list. Now let me tell you the very good news now. Now people are having some kind of awakening, in India. Recently, I'm sure you know about the budget which passed. You have your minister. She talked about the importance of the tourism industry, and she also talked about training of tourism guide and everything. This already gives you an indication how important tourism is for India and for any other country. Now, coming back to our today's topic, we are talking about branding. We are talking about professionalism in the tourism industry. Students, I don't know how it is at Amity, but let me tell you, when I joined IIM Sirmaur, as you might be knowing, all the IIMs in India, they follow how can I say, a very traditional model of teaching, where tourism is about sitting in a classroom and having classes and having exams. You have your result, you have your certificate, and that's all. But according to me, and according to my experience, I will tell you students that tourism is not about sitting in the classroom. To understand tourism, you have to first be a tourist. And for this to happen, your institution should support you. So I feel that when you're trying to study tourism, it's very important for you to move out of your classroom and visit places, because only when you're going to visit places you will be able to understand the process the process of tourism. For example, when you travel, you go to immigration. You will never know that at the immigration what is happening. You're supposed to carry a passport, you're supposed to have visa, you're supposed to see whether your luggage is having a kind of, whether you're supposed to get 23 kg, 20 kg, you have to observe a limitation. So these are the very important things which students will never understand if they sit in a classroom. Even if I give you a book, I will tell you to read and read and read, it will never happen. And there is another reality that I would like to also share with everyone. We all know what is happening now these days. What is happening? Students are having very limited, attention span. Whenever you ask a question to student, whenever they are given an assignment, they just go on ChatGPT, they just go on online, they get the answer. Well, it is good, But student, you have to also understand, if you are in the learning process, you have to learn the hard way. If Dr. Vandita, if Dr. Shankar Kumar, they are going on ChatGPT, they are trying to do something, I will understand that what they are trying to do, they are trying to save time. They have already learned the process. They do not need to learn. But students, you students, you are learning. So it's very important for you to first learn the hard way. Just like when you start doing calculation, first at school, people teach you how to use 20 plus 30, the hard way, on paper. 20 plus 30, what is the answer? After knowing the process, then you use calculator, it's very fine. But at least you know the basic, the foundation of calculation. But similarly, I'm telling you the same thing. When you're using ChatGPT first, the most important things is that you have to understand. You should know how to write. You should know how to think. You should learn how to take newspapers. You have to go through documents, for example, what the Ministry of Tourism is doing in India. You know, what they are proposing in India, what are the things that are available in India, what are the things that you would do in the future, because you are our future. You are very important, students. If you do not realize it, please realize it. You are the one who is going to lead the tourism industry. So if you're not getting the right knowledge about tourism, it will be difficult. And this, the India, I'm talking about India. India is such a beautiful country. India is so rich in terms of tourism resources. There is no reason that tourism will stop in India. It's impossible. People around the world, they rush to India, they come to India because of the colors. It's a colorful country. Now, coming back to branding. You as a student, you are sitting in your classroom. You are studying about tourism. You have got an objective. One day you want to work. You want to work in the tourism industry. And so, currently, students like you, the 21st century, the Gen Z student, you are living in a world of technology. So you are seen everywhere. You have got a very prominent online presence. So which means that it is very, very competitive for you to be able to assert your value in terms of a tourism panel. What I want to say is that if tomorrow you want to have a job in the tourism industry, you have to demarcate, you have to stand out of the crowd. So how are you going to do that? You think that you're going to wait? Let me wait a bit. When my classes would be over, when my program would be over, then I will start doing some kind of branding about myself. No, student, don't go into that logic. You will fail. You will fail drastically. Your story starts now. The moment you have stepped, you have put your small little lovely foot in the tourism program, your story starts now. You have to start advertising. And let me tell you one thing, students. Students do not realize that when they advertise their institution, when they advertise their program, they are not only advertising program and institution, they are also advertising themselves, promoting. Let's say you go on LinkedIn. I'm talking about self-branding. I'm talking about self-branding now. Let's say, for example, we have got Banita. I'm taking the example of Banita and Rishabh. So Banita and Rishabh are tourism students. You have started in the tourism program, you're sitting in classes, you're learning the thing. You have side by side to promote Amity. Very important. How you would do that? You go online on and off. Let's say you have had a nice, for example, today we have got an interaction and you are having an opportunity for an international exposure with another faculty from another country. You should find a way, create a post and put it on LinkedIn and post it. When you post it, people who are recruiters are going to see what Banita is doing. Because one day when you will start working, the first thing that they will do, they will go on your LinkedIn online presence or whatever to see what Banita has been doing for the past 2 years. They will see Banita has followed this webinar. Banita is coming from Amity. And now side by side, when you're promoting yourself, you're also promoting your institute. If I am a recruiter, I am recruiting Rishabh tomorrow, I will check. Rishabh is from where? Okay, Rishabh is from Amity. Let me check what Amity has been doing. So when you are promoting your institution, you are also promoting yourself. Never talk bad about your institution. I always told all my students, sometimes, students, they are frustrated. This institution is not giving me anything. I'm giving lots of money to this institution, I don't get. Student, when you do that, you are putting a kind of black dot on yourself. If you're in your house, Your papa is being bad to you. Papa has not given you pocket money this month for some reason. Are you going to say everywhere, Papa is not, my papa is very bad. You know, I hate my father. My mother is like a demon. She's a rakshas. She's not doing anything. Will you say that? You will never say that because this is your mother. This is your father. So Amity also where you are studying, it's the same thing. It's your own thing. The moment you start mud-shitting Amity or the place where you're studying, you're mud-shitting yourself. So always remember, student, you should keep praising your institution. Even if things are getting bad, praise your institution. When you praise your institution, when you promote your institution, when you promote your program, you're also promoting yourself. You should always talk high about your institution. We do have small thing happening. You can solve it internally. People from outside should never know what is happening inside. This is what I'm telling you. Do you think at AMSID more I do not have problem? I have lots of problem, but you will never know. Go on my LinkedIn, you're going to check what I do. I am always talking positively. It's very important. This is the first step of self-branding. If you associate yourself with something negative, people will have a negative kind of perception on you. Very, very important. Now, you are tourism students. You have to demarcate from others. You are very lucky in the sense that when you are a tourism student, you're not being taught only about tourism subjects. You are also being taught about grooming. You are also being taught about how you present yourself in front. If I am an accounting student, let's say for example, Ananya is no, this is a doctor. What are the names of the student? What is Ahili? Yeah. Let's say, for example, Ahili is studying accountancy. Ahili is studying accountancy, and Rishabh, of course, is our tourism student. So in accountancy department, what would I do if I am a professor? I will keep on putting lots of practice. I will give lots of practice to my accountancy student. You are account student, do lots of practice. I will give you a heap of work. Books, go and read. I will focus only on bookkeeping. Sit and do bookkeeping. Sit, balance the account. Make sure that debit and credit is being balanced. I will tell you, focus on balance sheet. You do not understand? Sit, do that. My tendency will be just bookkeeping, credit, debit, balancing. I will keep balancing accounts. I will not think about telling my student, you know, you have to take care of your personality. Branding is important. Grooming is important. The way you speak, communication. I will not really put that. This would be something very minimal, maybe something very trivial, not significant. But in tourism, no. In tourism, we put lots of emphasis on self-branding. We want that when people see our tourism student, they say, yeah, this is coming from tourism. This cannot be a non-tourism student. Tourism students should shine, should stand out of the crowd because they have been taught how to present themselves in the public, how to speak. You know, you need to have that soft skills. You need to have that EQ, you know, emotional intelligence. Very important. How to deal with people, conflict management, stress management. Very important. Very, very important. I have got a class which I do here usually. They have chosen me to do this class, written executive communication. So this written executive communication course that I teach here for the whole IIM student is not a course which is being taught just for tourism students. They have realized that it's important that non-tourism students also learn this course. So that is the reason why now in my class, I do not have only tourism students. I also have non-tourism students. Why? Because management have realized that my tourism students are a class above. Just come and talk to my tourism student. They are, how can I say, they are a delight. They know how to speak. They know how to deal with people. They know what is diplomacy. Do you know what is diplomacy, student? In tourism, we teach students how to be diplomatic because we deal with clients, we deal with public. And the way we speak to them, it's very important. Do not forget that in the tourism industry, we are in the customer industry. We are an industry which is run by people, for people, and through people. So basically, we are in the business of people. And people is, human being is such a nature, a creature, which is being made by God. They have got a heart. You should have a level of empathy when you talk to someone. You should not hurt that person. You should know how to deal with a crisis. Crisis management is something very important. I feel that in a tourism program, if we do not include a component called communication, like conflict management, stress management, you know, then the tourism program is not complete. And I also think that in a tourism program, we absolutely need to have some component like travel. For example, here, I have carried my student to Portugal. I have forced my student to write a paper or to present a paper in conference because I wanted them to have that confidence to stand in front of the public and you talk. And for this to happen, you have to encourage them. So here at IMC More, I always encourage students to go in conferences with me. I will not carry all the students, not all of them will be able to do that. 2-3 students. We have been to France, we have been to Russia, and they have even won award. I have started a new trend in the conference world. I've told my people, you know, in conference, usually doctors, professors come, present papers. We should also give a space to students, MBA students, so that they also get a taste of what happens outside and we give them a chance. And this has happened. And now people have started adopting this trend and they're very happy. Every time we have a conference, they invite Dr. Vanessa, how many students are you bringing? Please bring them. Because this is giving a new, like in French, we say a bouffée d'air fraîche. It's fresh, you know, fresh breath of, you know, of a conference. And I also encourage Dr. Vandita and even Dr. Shankar Kumar and all your staff, if ever there is some kind of conference going on, we can work together. Your student can also come with me. Then we can do it together because I go on conferences every now and I'm on very important international platform where every now and then they will call me, Vanessa, you're coming, you're sending students. I do that. So I can extend this to you also. Because, you know, we are in a tourism industry. We do not think about this is Amity, this is IIM, this is Jamia Millia. We work as a team here because it's about India. It's about the tourism industry of India. Whenever I am doing something for Amity, it's not for me. It's about India. Because we are all coming from India. Of course, I'm not from India, but I feel as an Indian, and I have the same feeling and same love for India. You know, I am connected with India. My ancestors, maybe I don't know who, but they must be coming from India. That's why I have this connection. My name is also Indian. We are Hindus, we follow Hinduism. We are very connected with India. So whenever we do something, we are happy that we are able to promote the country. If I go to my country, just ask anyone from Mauritius. I'm always promoting India. When I'm in India, I always promote Mauritius. This is what you should always do. This is also another step in self-branding. Wherever you go, please promote the place. Always promote the place. And almost alongside, you are also promoting yourself. You understand my point? Being professional is very important in the tourism industry. This is what makes you unique, what makes you different. It's very, very important. Your grooming, the way you speak, the way you dress, the way you address a problem makes you different from other non-tourism students. Why I'm saying non-tourism? Because tourism students are really very special for me. They are unique. I always think that tourism students are a class above because the thing that they are learning, non-tourism students will not learn. So again, I'm telling you that you're really, really very lucky to have chosen the tourism program and even luckier to have chosen Amity. And I think that you have got lovely professors who are supporting you. I have known Vandita for such a long time. I know that she's absolutely very dedicated. I think Dr. Shankar Kumar also. We have talked, I think, during COVID-19, no, Vandita? It was during
Yes, ma'am.
COVID-19. I was in
We actually
Nigeria that time.
connected at around I think somewhere in 2020 for the first time we connected.
Yes, I was in Nigeria at that time, student. So I was
Yes.
in Nigeria and they connected. And at that time, we were doing lots of webinars because we were frustrated and we had to come out. And you see what has happened, student? We are in 2026 today. You remember, Vandita, what I told you? Do not listen to those people who are talking bad about the tourism industry. Tourism industry will bounce back more than you have seen my book also. You have seen my books. In all my books, I have written the same thing. And this is what is happening ever we are valuing the tourism industry, we really want. And student also tell you should also understand something. I'm taking the context of India. I'm comparing with Africa, I'm comparing with Mauritius. In Mauritius, in Africa, we do not have such an issues about struggling to make people understand the value of the tourism industry. But in India, we are still struggling a bit to give tourism its due. Tourism is a very, very important component of any education sector, I feel. education. I mean the education sector. In the education sector, it's absolutely very important to include tourism. Just like mathematics is important, English is important, social studies is important, tourism is also very important. Because do not forget, students, tourism is what? Tourism is about a place to which we belong. Tourism is about place identity. We all belong to a specific place. I belong to Mauritius. I don't know, Agniv is coming from which part of India? Let's say, for example, Debashish is coming from Delhi, Abanti is coming from Bihar, Ahili is coming from Kolkata, Deblina is coming from, let's say, Kanyakumari. So you're all coming from different part of India. When you're sitting in a classroom, it's a tourism class. Everyone has a story to say. So see the beauty of that classroom where you are all sitting and all of you are coming from a different part of the world. And if you have to start talking about your country, about your place where you're coming, do you know how enthusiastic you will be? Let's say, for example, we are here in that platform. We have got 34 people, right? Great. And if I say, let's have a 30-minute session, everyone will talk about the place from which they belong to. What will happen? Akash will start talking. Akash Banerjee must be from Kolkata. So Akash will talk about, in Kolkata, we have got Rasgulla and we have this, we have that. Debashish may be coming from Delhi. So he will say, in Delhi we have this is, we eat pani puri, the street food is very interesting, whatever. I come from Mauritius, I say, students, Mauritius is beautiful. It has got those beaches, sea, sun and sand. And in Mauritius, you swim in the beach, you have a feeling of as if you're in paradise and the sea is warm. I have so many things to say. So everyone has something to say, which means that each and every individual in India is how can I say, is an ambassador of tourism. Do you understand my point? You are all an ambassador of tourism. You do not realize that. So indirectly, someone who is not in the tourism program is someone who is studying, let's say, engineering. He is also an ambassador in tourism. He is not realizing that. So just imagine how tourism is spread everywhere. Tourism is everywhere, absolutely everywhere. So this gives you an idea about the importance of the industry and making you realize that you are at the right place. And if you have the right education, you have the right knowledge, you're doing the right thing, this industry will boom like anything. Definitely it will boom like anything. Well, this is a bit what I wanted to share with you. I do not have any PowerPoint as such because I'm just talking from my heart. And I feel that there are many things. Sometimes when you have someone coming from outside or someone having some international experience, we have got so many things to say. We do not know what to say. So we are just trying to pick up all the interesting things we are putting in front of the student. We try to encourage the student, motivate the student, and make them see the bright side of the program and the industry. And I don't know if you have any question you can ask me. I don't know. Do I need to say something else, Vandita, or even Dr. Ananya? I don't know. Anything that you would like me to cover? Maybe I have missed.
Yes, am I audible?
You're very audible, yeah.
Yeah, ma'am, there are actually a few questions,
Yeah,
on this. I mean, whatever you have covered till now, it's very motivating. It's not only motivating for the students, but also as faculties of travel and tourism. So
yeah,
we have a couple of questions for you, ma'am.
yeah,
You have already emphasized that communication, emotional intelligence, diplomacy, crisis management, all these are very central things in when we are teaching tourism, when we are learning tourism.
yeah,
These are very central things and not really peripheral to the tourism education.
yeah.
So as per I mean, according to your view, how can institutions structurally embed all these requirements, all these competencies into the curriculum design, rather than just treating them as soft skills?
Yeah.
I mean, should they be should they be designed as standalone courses, or they must be integrated across all subjects?
No, I think that, see, I was working at the University of Technology Mauritius. I was, of course, in the tourism department. So what was happening is that we used to have program review. Usually we should always review the program every not two, every 4 to 5 years. In our program, taking the example of University of Technology Mauritius, let me tell you something, by the way. When I joined IIM Sidmore, I have developed a program, Travel, Tourism and Hospitality Management, where my students, they no longer sit only in India to study tourism. They have 1 year in India, and I have put them in Mauritius for 1 year. There is University of Technology Mauritius and University of Mauritius. There are two universities that accommodate my students there. So they accommodate my students, and what is happening? My students go and study tourism there. So this is an example of how I was saying that it is very important for students, tourism students, to move out of the classroom, even out of the country, to better understand tourism. So coming back to the program, there what has happened, in the program, we have our basic thing, introduction to tourism, hospitality management, whatever. This component is very important. You can put it like personality development, you can name it like executive communication or whatever, but you have to have one or two components integrated in the program. It's very important, because if you do not have this, student will not be able to understand how to groom themselves. They will take it very lightly. And you also, if you're trying to offer it as an elective, some students might prefer not to use that. They are going to choose something else. If you propose this type of course as an elective, students will have the liberty and possibility not to choose this course. So if they are not choosing this course, it means that they will miss something very important. So that is the reason why this type of course, you can name it whatever you want to name it, but then in the course outline, you have to include those things. This is absolutely very important, like crisis management, stress management, conflict management. Very important. And diplomatic communication, how you communicate effectively and in a diplomatic way. So you need to identify one or two components which you have to integrate in your program. Otherwise, if you put it stand alone separately, students, students are students, they are still learning. They do not have that knowledge, they do not have that capability or competency to understand what is important and what is not important for them. You understand my point?
Right, ma'am.
Yeah,
I do have another question from my end.
yeah,
You have already compared India with Mauritian or African context for that matter.
yeah.
So, what kind of structural or perception barriers do you
Yeah,
think it exists that is kind of still preventing tourism education to, receive its
true,
due
true.
academic legitimacy?
Yeah.
Or and how can we as individuals, as tourism academicians or as institutions, we can collectively address that?
There's one way of addressing that, is that, the barriers comes from parents, according to me, which I see, because we are an educational institution, we receive students. And students, they would say to us that, for example, here I have heard, especially the girls, I'm taking example from India, of course, because I'm teaching in India now. I see that this happens especially in India, where the parents have the tendency to think conservative, that tourism is about working in hotel, and hotel is not well seen, because they have seen that, for example, girls will have to work till late night, overnight. But unfortunately, the funny thing, or the irony, is that if you're a doctor, let's say Banita becomes a doctor. So if you're a doctor, you're working in hospital, are you not going to work at night? If you have an emergency at night, you're a gynae, you have to deliver a baby at 2 o'clock a.m. Will you not go to work at night? So then why people do not see someone working in the hospital, working at night is not a problem. Working at night is not a problem, but for tourism, if you work at night in the hotel industry, it's a problem. So it doesn't make sense. Night is night. Night is night, day is day. So this is one issue. Then another issue is that the parents themselves, they do not realize that tourism is not only about hotel. It's also about so many other things. It's about destination management company. It's about working in the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. It's about working in entrepreneurship. It's about working in, I don't know, to operation companies or whatever. So I think sometimes education should also be for the parents. Maybe what can be done, I don't know. Whenever you have an opportunity to meet parents, or you can organize online meeting with parents, you talk about the value of tourism program, how this is going to open up new avenues for the students, how important is the industry to the country, and see if the government of India themselves, they are putting so much emphasis on tourism. So there must be a reason behind that. And you have seen I don't know the name of the honorary, how do you put the honorary, not honorary, honorable Dr. What's her name? Vimla? No, I don't know. The minister of the one who declared the budget. What's the Minister of Finance? What is her name?
Nirmala Sitaraman.
Nirmala.
Nirmala
Yes,
Sitaraman.
yeah,
Nirmala
exactly. Honorable Mrs. Nirmala. So she has clearly said we need to train tourists. You know why? Not tourists. We need to train guide. Let me tell you why. People, tourist guide, they say anything about the country. Let's say, for example, they need to earn some money. Even if they don't have the right information, they give the wrong information. This is bad. Wrong information is going about. Let's say, for example, New Delhi is a beautiful place. We talk about Qutub Minar. Instead of saying that Qutub Minar was built in the time of Mughal, they would say Qutub Minar was built by British people, or something, wrong information. So the wrong information is going, which is very bad. So that is the reason why even people at the level of the ministry, they see the importance of training tourist guide, so that we have the right information about the industry. We are talking about place identity. We are talking about those things. So it's very important. So coming back to our question, I think that parents also should be aware about that. So they should be aware about the industry, and there should be an education that takes place with the parents as well, according to me. So this is what should be done. I do that. I do that very, very, very often. I do that. Because when my students here in India, they are coming from different part of India, of course. So there is a time where sometimes parents, they come. So I talk to them. I take time. I take my time. I go and meet them and talk to them. And when I talk to them, I explain that, you have done a right decision, you have taken a right decision. Some parents, the older ones especially, they say that, but do you think my girl will get a job in hotel? It's not good. I say, no, even the hotel is good. If your daughter is getting a job as a manager, guest relation manager in hotel, you won't be happy. This is the package. This is the amount of money that she will get. So you have to talk. I think education should also go towards the parents as well, according to me. And also on and off, we can also organize some kind of webinars, invite the parents and talk a bit about the industry, promote. And it's also the job of the students as well to keep promoting the value of the industry, the different opportunities that are existing. It's all in the hands of the student. Students, as I'm telling you, everything is in your hand. We are here to guide you. You should know how to promote yourself, how to build your identity. It's all in your hand. You're all everywhere online. Everything is about you. Okay? So you just get the information, the right information, and do your promotion. If we have got, let's say we have got 35 students in one class. If one student put one post on Amity about, for example, this webinar, we have got 34 more students who are seeing the post, they can repost it. And each student, they have so many other people following. So in the process, just imagine how the word will spread. So everything is in your hand. How you value your industry, how you value your career, and how you promote yourself indirectly and directly. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vanessa. I think there are a couple of questions from the end of other faculty members as well as students.
Yeah.
Dr. Ananya ma'am, Professor Shankar Mukherjee, Dr. Debashish, Dr. Yes, Dr. Ananya ma'am, I think there is some question from your end.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ma'am. Thank you for the encouraging words, first of all, and encouraging our students. I just want to ask one thing, that recently we had an AI summit in India, which was a great success.
Yeah.
So how can students use, or we can guide students for using AI for their self-promotion and the promotion of tourism as a whole for India? particularly?
Yeah, AI now, AI
Because
is,
as I'll just interrupt, ma'am. Because currently, as you said, rightly mentioned, students are mostly using AI to generate their assignments. So how they can use it more
effective.
usefully, actually, effectively?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you come to IMC more, you talk to my students, they, in fact, management, they are most of the time angry with me. They say to me, you are too pro students. You have to understand. You have to stop, like taking the side of students. I always take the side of student. I try to understand them. When we talk about AI, what is AI? AI is just an extension of Google. When we did not have AI, we did not have ChatGPT. What were you doing? We were all going on Google. If I want to find some information, what I will do? I will go on Google. So instead of going on Google, now what I'm doing, I'm going on AI. So nothing has happened. Nothing like, how can I say that? Nothing extraordinary has happened. It's just simply what has happened. ChatGPT AI is giving you a more customized service. This is the difference. We cannot also stop students from using AI
No, the
because then,
problem, yeah, the
yeah, no,
problem is,
I'm
yes, yes,
coming.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I'm
yes,
coming little
yes,
by little, but from
yeah,
start. I'm trying to
yes,
draw the picture so that you understand.
yes.
Long time ago, we were doing calculation. I told you that when I was at school, we were learned how to do division, how to do multiplication the long way. And then afterwards, we had calculator. When we were in higher classes, we were understood that we were told that now you can use calculator, scientific calculator, but we learned the hard way. If you ask me if I have to multiply 300 with 24, I can do it manually. I do not need to go online to do it. I do it manually. So the problem is that students of today, they have to understand, they have to learn the hard way. After learning the hard way, if they use AI, doesn't matter because at least you have learned something. But now what is happening? Students, they are unfortunately doing shortcut. They are just saying that they do not have time. They have got too many assignments, too many classes. So what they are doing, they are just going on AI. We will not be able to stop them from using AI. So what I do personally, sometimes, not sometimes, let's say I have got 15 sessions. In 50 sessions, I give them assignment, whatever to do. There come a point in time, at least 2 or 3 times, I just ask them to put your mobile in a corner. I will give you something to do. On Blackboard, I write, you write in front of me. So this is very important. This will bring them back on track. You have to make them right. You give them assignment, they will do it at home. Definitely you like it or not, they will generate AI, they will use AI. But then we also have got some software to detect plagiarism, just like for Turnitin. For PhD students, they were using online sources. They do not acknowledge. We have got Turnitin, we have got Drillbit. We catch them. So for AI also, I think we have got some software. This is just at the level of student. Let me tell you another reality at my level. I am a reviewer of many papers. There are many papers, research papers, which come to me. I am surprised to see there's so many papers which are being written using AI. If you're someone, you have always written your own way, when you see the language of AI on the spot, you catch it. I reject. I completely reject. Because if you're using AI, it's not you. So how can I say that this is your paper? This is AI paper. Then put AI, put that written by AI. Don't put your name. You can be a co-author of AI. Then ChatGPT will be the main author, and you will be the co-author. So this is happening not even at the level of student. It is happening even at the level of people like us. I will tell you something. I have to write an email. I write my email in my own way. I'm very allergic. I don't like the language of AI. Sometimes I don't have an idea. What I do, I take my letter, I put it in ChatGPT. I say, can you enhance it? Then sometimes I get some good ideas, and then I rewrite it. I got the ideas. Good. You can use ChatGPT. You can use AI to guide you, to assist you, but don't make AI replace you. This is what I want to say to students and to everyone. Let AI guide you. Let AI assist you, but don't let AI replace you. You are an individual. You have an own way of writing things. We did an experience, Dr. Ananya. You know what I did? In my class, I had 10 students. I took 10 students. I put them in front of me. I took 5 students. I led them with mobile phone. I took another 5 students. I told them not to use mobile phone. I gave them the same exercise, write a letter to me and tell me that you appreciate me, or you are very, like, I have lost one of my family members or something like that. You have to write something to me, a letter or something, few words, to give me some, to support me emotionally, whatever. Those who used AI was something absolutely long and different. Those who was not able to use AI, they wrote something, and when you were reading, you could see it was coming from the heart. There were lots of grammatical mistakes, definitely, lots of grammatical mistakes. But when you were reading, you could feel, there was a feel, there was a kind of connection you could make. You understand my point? It was possible. But those who were using AI, you could see that artificial thing coming up. It was so artificial. And all the 5 students, whatever they produced, it was almost similar, because they are going on the same ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is generating the same content, almost same content. But the others, all the 5 students, when they wrote, they were writing different things in different ways, and you could have that feel, you could see that difference. You understand my point? Just give me 1 second.
Sitting in that office.
Okay, yeah. So my point is that, Dr. Ananya, we will not be able to stop them from using AI. Maybe we should guide them when to use AI. Now, if you want to test them and evaluate them really, then you have to do that thing that I do, on and off. But this is very difficult. I have got a class of 75 students. Just imagine looking at 75 scripts. It's tough. It's really tough.
No, like the part of the question, ma'am, like which I want to ask beyond this is that I'm wanting to ask, like, actually, like how they can use AI for their self branding in a good way, since they are actually more tech savvy than our generation. The Gen Zs and the people are much more tech savvy than us, the millennials.
Yeah,
So
so true.
so they can use it in a positive way for their self-branding, as you were talking. So is there any way that the students are already doing it, or any ideas for the students, ma'am, that way?
Yeah. So, for example, just like we were talking about self-running, in earlier times, when you used to write, you write it the way you want. Now that we have got AI gives you the possibility to customize. So I think students can use AI. For example, they want to generate a small text about how Amity is adopting some kind of, I don't know, anything, especially about the institution. Because when I talk to students here, I would always have the tendency to tell the student, please always promote your institution, promote your faculty, promote your program. And in so doing, you're also promoting yourself. So I think they would use AI, definitely. Let's say today they want to talk about the value of this webinar. They can go on AI, they can tell AI to generate a text, a small text I want to put on LinkedIn, where I would talk about how Amity is promoting, tourism and inviting faculty, whatever. So they use that, they get a small text. But sometimes students, I'm talking to students just now, students, whenever you get content which is generated from AI, read it, take it out, copy, paste, read it. After reading it, keep the base, but try to change few words, try to put yourself a bit into that, So it's very important. Let's say, for example, sometimes, you want to write an email. I have noticed, I hope this mail finds you well. This is very common. When students are writing email to me, this is the first line which comes. I hope this email finds you well. Remove that. Why should you write that? There is no need. The mail will find me. So there are certain things which AI is writing which doesn't make sense and which is not necessary. Just remove it. Use AI, but read the content, because sometimes AI is also helping you. Because when they are generating some content, it gives you the idea, and also when you're reading it, you're learning it. It's the same thing like Google. So which means it's a good thing, but you should know how to use it. You should let it assist you, support you, guide you, help you, lead you, but no, don't let it replace you. Sometimes put your own words as well. So use it, promote yourself on LinkedIn, on Insta, on Facebook, on Twitter, on all the other places. Since now we are talking about, this world, it's all about technology, it's about online presence. You have your tool with you, on and off, generate content and post here and there. keep posting, keep promoting yourself as from now. Because after 1 year, after 2 years, there's so many posts that you have put, the recruiter will check what you have done so far. They will get to know. They do not really need your result to know what you have done. By looking at your LinkedIn, they would understand how active you are, who other people are following you, who you are following, what are the webinars you have been attending, what are the publications you have done, what are the conferences you have been attending. Of course, we do not put too many personal things, but we try to put things which is limited, but which is going to help us. Because here we are talking about professionalism. When we talk about professionalism, student, you should always remember professionalism is professionalism. You're not going to put, for example, today I got married, I'm very happy, I am chilling at Goa Beach or whatever. Don't do these type of things, please. You do not do. When we are talking about self-branding, you have to think professionally. Of course, we can convert this post in a different way. Let's say you got married and you are in Goa Beach, you're having your honeymoon there. You can talk about Goa tourism. You can say that after marriage, I came here, I realized that this is a place for wedding and tourism, wedding tourism. You can talk about wedding tourism. You can talk about this. You can promote the place for wedding, for tourism, for the MICE industry. You know what is MICE, no? Meeting, incentive, conferences, exhibition. So you promote the place. Always put that touch of tourism. People will understand that you're promoting. You have used your personal space, but you have promoted the tourism industry. So you should always know how to do that. Even your personal thing, you can promote it, you can convert it into professional. It's just a matter of how you write it, how you present it, what type of pictures also you're putting. And ChatGPT is going to help you for that. Yeah, I hope I've answered your question.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I think.
Do we have any other question?
I think Shankar sir has a question, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon, madam. It was very nice to hear you, but I have got one very serious question. Is books are being replaced by AI? Because, when I visit libraries in Kolkata, I found that students are flocking towards the computer test, the journal, e-journal decks, not on the racks where the books are. So my question is, are the books being replaced by AI? And if it is so, will that be good for our studies, our academic growth?
Yeah, I also go through that challenge, Dr. Shankar Kumar. So, but let me tell you something. One day I did a small test on myself. I was supposed to write a research paper. I was so fed up. Sometimes when you start writing something, you write, and then you have got lots of admin work, and then you go back to the writing, and then you're not motivated. So I had a deadline. They told me you have to submit it tomorrow. What will I do now? So either I sit the whole night. Now, when you write research paper, you have to read research papers, previous research papers to be able to write. I said, let me use ChatGPT and see what happens. I tried. One paragraph was missing. So I wrote the paragraph. It gave me a very nice thing. I changed it a bit. But the problem was that when you're looking at the citation, it was not genuine. All of them was fake. And all the citations were not, because ChatGPT is not a human being. ChatGPT does not know that when you're doing research, you are referring to what. It just generates the content the way it comes. So the thing is that we as researchers, we will not be able to say that ChatGPT can ever replace our writing in books and in research papers. Now, students will not understand that. It is our response. I think we are the last generation to save this, because just after us, all the people they are using ChatGPT, we are the last generation. We have to save that, because we have to encourage students to go in library, to get books, to read the books. What I do, I send them to library. I tell them you have to sit, come with one book, take this chapter, you come and talk in front of the class what you have understood and write the main points. This is what I do. So I make library becomes a part of study. It's not that I'm going to give them some work to do and then go and do the work. No, I will give you the work, you will go online, you will do it. For me, my task is that you have to walk to the library, hold the book in your hand, flip over the pages and tell me which page is that, and show me the box, the task box, because in a book we are going to see pictures, we are seeing the task box, attempt the task. So I think it is very challenging. I don't know what is going to happen in the future, but I feel that it's in our hand also here, how we save the legacy that we have, we have created since such a long time, since the dawn of time, even at the level of the publication level at the journal. For example, I'm in Emerald, I am with Tourism Review, and a meeting, because we are also facing challenges with people, especially from India. We get lots of papers which are generated by ChatGPT. Unfortunately, this is very bad. And in other countries, not really. In China, they are very rigorous. They don't really use ChatGPT. We have noticed that. We see that lots of content of ChatGPT comes from Indian region, from India. I don't know why. This is how it is. You understand my point? I don't know what is going to happen. Maybe, Dr. Shankar Kumar, I was thinking about something, but I don't know how it will happen. We professors, we should have conducted a new webinar just among ourselves to see how we can address this issue. Because this is a professor level thing. We cannot involve students into that. Students are doing their business, looking into ChatGPT. This is at the level of the professor, how we can save this legacy. And how we can also encourage students to understand the value of books, the value of research papers. Because when you read something and when you see something online, it's a world of difference. Students, I don't know whether you have got daddy, nani, nana, nani, whatever. When daddy ji is telling you a story, daddy ji ki kahani, then nana ji ki kahani, can this replace books? This is a simple example. No, go and read books, and when Nani will tell you directly, this is another feeling. Similarly, when you read books and when you see on ChatGPT, this is another thing. You understand my point? So which means that whenever you are, just give me 1 second, students, just give me 1 second. I'll just address one call.
In the meantime, can I request our professors to please collect the selected questions from the candidates for the speaker to address?
Yeah, so what I was saying is that I am trying to make a difference. I'm not knowing how to do that. It's just like this. Daddy Ji is telling you a story, you're sitting near Daddy, and Daddy is telling you a story, and then you have to read a book. What would you prefer? Where you have more feel, where you have excitement and sensation? Directly from Daddy, right or wrong? Similarly, you have a book. Now this is another scenario. You have a book in front of you which you're going to read, and ChatGPT will give you will generate all the answers to you. What would be more exciting? Usually, the information that you will get when you're going to directly read the books will not be the same as what ChatGPT will be generating, because ChatGPT will filter everything. You want something, it will customize. You want to know how many, for example, how many colors of apple we have, green, yellow, what, they will give you exactly. Whereas when you're going to read in a book, they will tell you we have got 3 different colors. They will also maybe give you information about how the colors are formed, why the color become red or whatever. Whereas ChatGPT also will tell you, but you will have to ask ChatGPT the question. So when you're going to talk about, you're going to ask ChatGPT about the question, then you get the answer. You understand? Just give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. Vikrant. But just give me 2-3 minutes.
Okay, so now students, please be prepared with your questions. I think there is a question from the end of Akash and also Shamia. So please be prepared with it, because we are nearing the end of the session. We have to conclude this. Our esteemed speaker has already spent a pretty good amount of time with us all.
Just wait for me. I'll see you. Okay? I will come and see you. I'm so sorry, students and colleagues. Yeah. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I think there are few questions from the end of students. So
Yeah.
students, please shoot your questions.
Don't shoot me, shoot questions.
First of all, thank you for such a wonderful session.
Yeah,
I am Akash Banerjee and I'm doing my PhD from in travel and tourism from MIT University, Kolkata.
yeah,
So
yeah.
my question to you is, ma'am, in the age of internet, the world has become a very small place. So from the perspective of a destination, can AI or internet has the capacity to replace the word of mouth from the guests? Like for branding of the destination, does AI in its present state has the capacity to replace word of mouth from the guests?
According to me, Akash, it is not going to happen because it depends. It depends on the situation. It depends on the person. Let's say, for example, I am a tourist and I'm traveling to another place. And I don't have much time. Usually, what is happening today, you know what is happening, Akash. People are no longer are no longer going to tour operator travel agencies. They go online, they check reviews. So they go by reviews. Now, what is happening these days? People, when they are putting reviews, they don't have time. They just take the picture, they put on ChatGPT, ChatGPT generates something, they take the thing, they put on TripAdvisor, and this is the review. So, which means that sometimes when you're seeing the reviews, they might be fake. But then you as a person, if you are a tourist, you are interested, I want to go to Switzerland and I want to have maximum information about what it is all about, whether it is worthy I spend my money to go to Switzerland. First thing I will do, I'll go online, I'll check what is Switzerland, but I will not even go to Google, I'll go to ChatGPT. I will say, ChatGPT, give me some information about Switzerland. This is what everybody is doing. I will get the AI information. Anyway, it's AI information. But then what I can also do is that I can talk to my friends. Those are friends who have gone, what do you think? Hey, you've been to Switzerland, what do you have to say? So they would say something else. At the end of the day, what happened, Akash, whether you see whether you see reviews online, whether you talk to people, you will be able to make an opinion of that place only when you visit that place. This is one of the characteristics of tourism. You know that we have intangibility, intangibility, inseparability. You know about inseparability. If you want to consume, you want to know about the product, you have to be there. So I always feel that yes, we need to have some information online to know whether this destination is safe or not. But then at the end of the day, it is not possible to replace human being. Word of mouth is something which is being spread from one person to another. Now, spreading of word of mouth might happen online also, might happen directly also. So if you're talking about WhatsApp, I'm talking to my sister. Sister is my own sister. She's talking directly to me. This is also word of mouth. Now my friend is talking to me. This is also word of mouth. I'm going online. I see Malaika Arora sending Malaika Arora. You know who is Malaika Arora? The famous star, sending an information. I'm chilling with my boyfriend in Maldives Island, and this is also word of mouth online. So how would I, how would you, it's something, it's a very tricky question. We do not have a real answer to that, but it has to do with people. But you should always encourage people to be a tourist. You should always, because when you're encouraging people to be a tourist, indirectly, you're also encouraging people to be in your industry. Do not forget, the first day, the very first day, you signed to be in the tourism program, you married the tourism industry. Till the end of your life, you are our responsibility. You are married to the tourism industry. When you're married to the tourism industry, you have to be vafadar. You cannot be bebapa with tourism. You understand my point? So you have to be vafadar with your tourism industry wherever you are. When people are talking about tourism, it's tourism is not good. I don't want to travel there. Encourage them. This is your job. You should encourage. Be vafadar with your program, with your tourism industry. You understand my point?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.
Next,
I hope I
Shamia, you
have
can.
answered your question, Akash.
Okay, I'm sorry, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
I hope I have answered your
Yes, ma'am.
question.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Shamia, please go ahead and put your question.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Samit Chaudhary from fourth semester. So my question to you is, how can we tourism students start
Your voice
building?
is breaking, Shamia. Shomia. So should I call you Shomia? No, in
Yes,
Kolkata,
ma'am.
in Bengali
No,
language, it's Shomia. Am I right?
Yes. So ma'am, can you hear me right? Can you hear me now?
Yes. Your voice is a bit
Shamia, your voice is very feeble. So, if possible, one of the faculties can help with her. Or do we have any other question from any other student? Kankana, yes, I can see you raised. Your hands are raised.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I am Kankana,
Afternoon.
74. So, ma'am, my question is, how can we use social media like LinkedIn or Instagram to build our professional brand?
Yeah, this is exactly what I told you. This is you should start now. For example, just now you had a webinar. So you like using ChatGPT, Kankana. I know that. So you go on ChatGPT, do some good work, and tell ChatGPT, this is the webinar, this is the poster. Can you create a nice post for me and where I can promote myself and I can promote Amity? It will generate something, you post. So you have everything, you just keep posting. And the thing is that you have to know what you are posting, and you have to also make sure you tag the people, because little by little you will have followers. Do not forget that LinkedIn, social media is all about followers. Unfortunately, we are living in this type of world. We have no other choice. Online presence is absolutely very important, and people will look for you, will look for you. If you're not posting anything, people will say, what is this? This is an empty person, that this person is meaningless. No online presence, there's something wrong. So she has not done anything in her life or what? Because people are also thinking from that point of view now. People mindset has also changed now. If I want, I'm sure, Kangana, let me tell you something. Tomorrow you have got a little boyfriend. You are going to check, let me go online, check Facebook, how many girlfriends you had in the past. What are you doing? You're checking online. Am I right? I'm just joking, eh? You're checking online. Tomorrow in India, someone is going to get married, arranged marriage. I have heard about this. The first thing they do, boy, let me check what he does. See, even at the level of home, people are checking online. So now, if at the level of home, people are looking for your online presence, you're working, you're not going to put something, you have to make sure that you have a strong online presence. So, which means that wherever you go, whatever you do, people are going to check your online presence. What are you doing? What are you posting? Make sure you do not post bad things. What is bad things? Let me explain, Kangana. You are a student. If you go, let's say it's your birthday and you have met friends and you are on the beach, you have gone to Goa and you're having a drink and you say, cheers, you're holding your hand like that, having a selfie, cheers with my besties. You have done cheers with your besties and I don't know what you're drinking. You do that, you put in your post. Tomorrow, if you have to, for a job or whatever, people might have some impression. This girl is a very, party girl. Look, she's having beers, this and that. Don't do this type, especially in Indian context, students. I give you a strong advice. Be careful and be mindful what you're posting, because you're going to look for a job very soon, in 1 year or 2 years. So people will look for all what you have posted for the past 2 years. If ever in the past 2 years or recently you have posted something very unusual or whatever, delete, student, please delete. Or keep a separate post, put another name. Don't put your official name. Your official name and your official post should be clean, professional, and you have to build your brand and identity. People will recognize you by what you're proposing, what you're showing. So the task starts now for you. You understand, Kankana? You have everything, you have the tool, generate the post, send it. Copy me, tag me. I am very good at that. I had 2 social media managers with me. Now I don't have them. One has got a job in I am Bodh Gaya, so now she's very busy. Another social media manager has got another job in, I don't know where in Delhi. They are professors now. The professors teach lecturers. So they were working with me because I was having to, I have lots of, I'm also the social media manager for IJTC. I'm also the social media manager. I manage 4 or 5 platforms, but these days I am not too active. I'm not having much time. I'm looking for social media managers. I just want to tell you that this is very important. Building your brand, building your image is very important, and keep posting. Don't do something today and then after 2 months you'll do that. It has to be consistent, on and off. I'm not telling you every day you have to post something. Today you post on Instagram, tomorrow you post on Facebook, after 2 days you post on LinkedIn. Every week people should see something about you. Visibility. You have to build your visibility, otherwise you are not existing at all, Kankana. You understand? Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Vanessa.
Yes, much time now.
Yeah. Okay, so we will move towards the conclusion of this session, Dr. Vanessa. So distinguished faculty members, dear students, it is my proud privilege to propose a vote of thanks for this truly enriching session. Dr. Vanessa, your address today has been both intellectually stimulating and very affirming for all of us in tourism education. So, you have reminded us that tourism is not merely an industry, it is also about our identity, a responsibility, and a very people driven and people centered profession. And particularly your emphasis on grooming, diplomacy, emotional intelligence, crisis management as core pillars of tourism education reinforce the depth and seriousness of our discipline. And the very powerful idea of yours that every individual is an ambassador of their place, I think it really resonated strongly with all of us. And you have helped us to see that tourism is everywhere in heritage, in storytelling, in culture, policy, and in everyday interactions. That awareness is itself very transformative. And your belief in empowering students to present, participate, and shine globally, it reflects true academic leadership. On behalf of Amity Institute of Travel and Tourism, Amity University, Kolkata, I once again extend our heartfelt gratitude to you for the time, wisdom, and of course, your unwavering faith in the travel and tourism industry. I also thank our respected university leadership for their consistent support, our faculty members for their involvement, their motivation, and our students for their active participation. With that, we conclude today's session, carrying forward a very renewed pride in our discipline and renewed commitment to excellence. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. And I think we have got a very long-term relationship. Because I think Vanita, anytime you look for me, I'm around. I don't know. Let me tell you something personal. I think I told you. I think my ancestors, they come from Kolkata. I'm not so sure because I need to do some research. Because, you know, in Mauritius, when people from India went to Mauritius, you know, students, Mauritius is a land of immigrants. So we had people coming from Bihar, people coming from Bombay, from Bengal, I don't know where. But I haven't
There is a museum, I think there is a museum which is dedicated to sugar museum. When I visited Mauritius, I happened to
Yeah,
land into that museum. And
yeah,
over there, I remember seeing some exhibits. They were talking about the immigrants from Bengal, Bihar, as you were saying.
exactly,
And
exactly. Yes.
that really interested me a lot
Mm,
because we did find certain, similarities.
so many.
It's a far-flung place from India, but still there was this, undercurrent of,
You would see that.
uh,
Yeah.
exactly.
So I will come to Amity and find my route.
Yes,
To
yes, you're
Amity.
welcome.
Okay,
You're
thank you
very,
so
very much
much.
welcome, ma'am, and we
Yeah,
would be
students,
really honored to host you.
yeah, students, I wish you all the best. Keep promoting your program, keep promoting your institution. In so doing, you're going to promote yourself and keep promoting your professors as well. They are doing such a great job. Do not forget they are all behind you. You have got such a lovely team of professionals supporting you. You should always acknowledge them and also promote them as well. And Dr. Ananya, Dr. Shankar Kumar, and Dr. Vandita, I would like to thank you because you always think of me whenever you have these type of webinars. It's a honor for me as well. You know, I feel part of the Amity family. Yeah. Okay. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Bye.